The wind howled through the Canadian Rockies like a living thing, biting at Liam Porter's exposed skin as he adjusted his backpack straps. What had begun as a solo post-college adventure, a test of endurance against some of the most rugged terrain in North America, had turned into a fight for survival. The storm hit faster than forecasted, transforming the mountain pass into a swirling white void within minutes. Forced to abandon his route, Liam pitched his tent beneath the skeletal arms of spruce trees, listening to the nylon walls shudder under the weight of accumulating snow. He fell asleep to the creaking of branches, unaware that when dawn broke, he wouldn't just find a transformed landscape. He'd stumble upon a secret frozen in time. Morning light revealed a world erased and rewritten in white. As Liam packed his gear, his boots crunched through fresh powder, the only sound in the crystalline silence. Then halfway down a steep incline, a flicker of color snagged his attention, a metallic glint where no metal should be. Curiosity pulled him off trail, his post-holing steps laborious until the shape clarified. A wingtip, then a tail, then the unmistakable silhouette of a Cessna 185, its fuselage half buried in a snowdrift, cockpit windows frosted opaque. The plane's paint was bleached by decades of sun and ice, its tail number obscured. No broken trees marked a violent impact. It looked almost peaceful, as if the earth had gently swallowed it whole. The door groaned when Liam wrenched it open, the sound echoing in the hollow cabin. Dust motes swirled in the sunlight as his eyes adjusted to the dim interior. Empty seats, a thin layer of frost over the instrument panel, luggage compartments shut tight. His pulse hammered. This wasn't some recent crash. The stillness held the weight of years. Then, behind the pilot's seat, he spotted it. A wooden crate jammed against the bulkhead, its slats warped with age. Inside, meticulously wrapped in oilcloth, were bundles of envelopes, each stamped with dates from 1987 and addressed in looping cursive to names Liam didn't recognize. "To my darling Eleanor," read one. "For Charlie, on his 10th birthday," said another. The paper crackled as he unfolded the first letter, the ink still dark against yellowed pages. "If you're reading this, I didn't make it home," began the pilot, George Alistair, a supply runner for remote research stations. "Tell my boys their father loved them more than the sky. And Ellie, the compass you gave me is in my pocket. True north always leads back to you." Liam's throat tightened. These weren't just letters. They were final breaths, words meant to cradle grief but never delivered. A gust rattled the plane's skeleton, as if the past itself were urging him forward. He spent hours documenting the site, GPS coordinates etched into his phone like a sacred waypoint. The crate, carefully repacked, weighed heavy in his backpack as he trudged toward Jasper, the nearest town. By the time he reached the rustic ranger station, his fingers were numb, but his resolve burned. The park historian's hands shook when Liam showed her the letters. "George went missing during a November storm," she whispered. "They searched for weeks. His wife died 2 years ago, but his sons—" Her voice broke. "They're still here." What followed unfolded like a ripple across time. News crews descended as Liam worked with archivists to trace families. The widow of a geologist who'd waited for a love letter that never came. the now-grown Charlie weeping as he held his childhood birthday card, the pilot's sons clutching their father's words like holy relics. At the memorial service, Liam stood beside a restored photo of George, the man's grin forever preserved in black and white. "You brought him home," one son told him, pressing a tarnished compass into Liam's palm, the same one mentioned in the letter recovered from the wreckage. The experience rewrote Liam's life. His nonprofit, Found Voices, now partners with mountaineers and historians to recover lost artifacts and letters, stitching fragmented histories back together. But sometimes, when he's alone on a trail, he'll pause at a glint of sunlight on metal, remembering how a single detour taught him that adventure isn't just about conquering peaks, it's about listening when the past whispers. And in the quiet of the mountains, if you're still enough, you might just hear it.